welcome everyone to Rampage Racing episode 7. In this episode we'll be seeing the races that didn't make it into episode 6 race, as well as several of the new races that I have received that I actually had the time to inspect. We're on the artillery course again, and today the races are the At a Medium Pace by the Jimmer, which we've seen before, as well as the familiar Skink by Ipsoc, the Jacques by myself, and now the new ones. This is the Icarus by Zebgev. It's an unarmed hover, just like this one. This is Delta Force's Hovercraft 2, and this thing has brought about a rule change that you should be able to read about by the time this video goes live, because this thing uses a lot of Daddy Blade clipping to accelerate to something in the region of 400 meters per second, which means it's probably going to win this race. Sorry about that. Sorry everyone else. I appreciate that you're not doing that. But anyway, it's totally allowed for, well, with the rules under which this thing was submitted, but I'm going to change them now. If you use Daddy Blade clipping in an entry that you've sent me and that I haven't inspected yet, then don't worry, it will still be allowed. It's just that any new entries that use Daddy Blade clipping will not be allowed in the tournament. So with that said, let's get the race underway. That's what 400 meters per second looks like. Let's just follow it for a brief moment. It can actually steer quite well, which was shocking to me when I first saw it. Alright, now having seen that, here are the others. It looks like the At a Medium Pace has beached itself, which I guess it could in theory get off the rocks, but it looks like a pretty bad position, to be honest. The other racers are doing just fine. The Skink and the Jacques both giving chase to the Icarus. Let's check the map. Oh, I do not see the... Okay, pause. I do not see the Hovercraft 2 anywhere. And the terrain isn't loading. Alright. I guess it crashed somewhere. It's unfortunate. But speed isn't worth anything if you can't control your craft. And the Icarus seems to have control a bit better balanced. Let's see how much damage it's taken. None at all. Because it's unarmed, it has the benefit of being able to engage all of its AIs right at the start of the match, which prevents AI and automated control block weirdness, and allows it to just move and steer as normal right from the start. Right, let's see what the other entries are up to. The Icarus is doing fine. The Skink should really turn. I said the Skink should really turn. That may not have been lethal, but it certainly hurt. Yeah, it certainly hurt. What's the Jacques up to? Jacques is shooting at the Skink. Look at how derpily this thing moves. I feel I should be embarrassed that I built that. Anyway, the Icarus is dodging some missiles right now, so that should be exciting to watch. Let's go have a look. Well, it hardly has to dodge them at all. Those have no hope of hitting it. Cruising along. Nice and safe. until that happened. It's still stable. In fact, that may have been cosmetic damage only. That would surprise me, but it does appear to still be functional. Look at that. That's really cool. Very good to see. Alright, let's go back to the skink, because I'm pretty sure it will be able to repair from that, provided it doesn't run into another rock, or wall, or anything. Should be okay for the moment. Where are the others? The skink and the shark just found each other. They run into each other. They may have. The skink seems to be stranded anyway. Maybe it can repair and recover, but I don't know if it has any mechanism to recover from a situation like that. It may, though. It may. Let's see what the Icarus is doing in the meantime. Moving towards the finish line, it looks like. Yeah, it's nearly there. Yep. Alright, let's wait for the message to pop up. Alright, the Icarus wins the race. So that's first place. 4 points. Continue mission. Let's take a look at the at a medium pace. No, still stuck. I wish I knew what caused that. It just ran aground, pretty much from the start. I really don't like it when that happens. It feels as if it could have had a better chance, but I guess this sort of thing just happens. Alright, here we see the shark versus the other type of shark. And the skink has gotten underway again and is giving chase to the shark. And the shark isn't very well armored from the rear because it's the slowest thing in here. So I figured I didn't have to armor the rear. All too much anyway. So naturally it's being shot in the rear. Alright, that's going to turn into being shot in the side, but still not great news. Skink, could you move to the front of the shark so that the shark stands a better chance? It's not too much to ask, is it? Ooh, that looked painful. Also, just remember, I actually left the AI on the Icarus on, but I think that's actually a better idea because it's not armed. And that means it will just keep circling the finish line. Shouldn't give any problems that way. But for armed racers it can be an issue. So the skink's well and truly overtaken it now, and the shark has to be careful not to run aground. Seems to be doing fine. Let's go take a closer look at the skink. Shots whiz by. It's doing quite well. And the finish line isn't too far off anymore, provided it doesn't run into mines or other nasty things. It should just finish second. There goes a mine. Alright, the shark still has a little while to go. Should be interesting when that one reaches the mines because it's not fast enough to really deal with them well through speed, the way most of the other racers can do it. So that should be pretty exciting. Alright, let's turn the weapon AI of the skink off. Alright, skink is finished. And here comes the shark, shooting one of the mines, probably with the autocannons. Let's write down that the skink got second place. Right, it looks like the shark survived the first set of mines, but there's a second set. So, I don't know whose side you're on, but I'd like to see the shark finish. But you can cheer for the mines if you want. I know you're cheering for the mines. I'm really not sure what it's trying to hit now. Did I just see the skink fire? That doesn't matter. If it's shooting at the Icarus, it can't do the shark any harm. It's going pretty well. Simple lasers in general are still better for clearing mines, but the autocannons seem to be doing the job. Right, that makes third place for the shark. 2 points. Not that button, this button.
Turning off. Turning off.
Did I turn the wrong AI off?
Taking control.
I have no idea. At any rate, 3 of the races are finished now. Let's go and have another look at a medium pace, which is still stuck. Alright, unfortunate though it is, I am going to just give it 1 point for surviving. And I'll conclude the race with that. I have to say, as far as races go, this one was fairly non-lethal. So look at that. The little submarines have made it all the way over here. Well anyway, as mentioned, the race was fairly non-lethal. 4 survived, 3 finished. Quite like this one, I hope you did too. And I'll see you in episode 8, which will hopefully be released by the time I've been able to inspect the various new entries that have been sent my way. So I'll see you then.